Yo, have you thought about the thing that I told you last week? Yo! What thing? Come on, bro! You got this! Nah, bro. I'm too scared. What if something might go wrong? Trust me, bro. There's nothing that can go wrong. What if something bad happens? Bro, please! Think about the future! Think about your kids, man!
Fire coming!
I can't do it, bro. Bro, please! Think about it, bro. Nah, bro. I'm sorry. I can't do it. It's just more convenient, bro. Bro, please. Please, bro. Don't make me do it. And this is one of the reasons why we won't have nice things in the future. And believe it or not, it's our fault. Because we keep putting up with these things that big companies are doing. And I don't blame them necessarily. I took part in some of the BS that led to these things. And we are in a certain way getting what we deserve. Because we, as I said, money is the biggest reviewer. Not playtime, not nothing. Money. If you keep buying into these things, of course they will keep doing it. But fortunately, it's never too late to try to do something, at least to salvage the pieces of the gaming industry that's falling down a cliff. You know, we can try to pick itself up and get it back to glory, I don't know. I'm just here to spread, in my opinion, some of the things that in theory could help. You know, both with preservation and the quality of the games themselves, you know? Okay, and the first one is subscriptions, people. Subscriptions, wow. We have, how many do we have? I don't even remember. We have, and who knows how many there still are. But the reason that I'm talking about subscriptions is because some obviously more than others, you know who I'm talking about, mostly Xbox Game Pass, but they reduce the value of single games themselves, right? It's like they want you to not own the games that you're playing. They, for a small amount of money, you will get an X amount of games, but at the end of the day, you will own none. None of them. And to make things worse is, let's take a look at the games that have been produced, for example, under the Xbox Game Pass mindset. Let's take, for example, Forza Motorsport, was it? The game that basically got spoken about like 2 days because it was made an RPG grind fest. The game itself was designed to be a time farm. Why? Because the investors needed the money to make the game as time wasting as possible, so you'd spend more time on the Game Pass itself, and everyone was happy. The only one who wasn't was the player itself. But hey, it was cheap, right? You didn't pay for it, right? And the next one is gonna be dog shit as well, and we're gonna ask, how come, bro? Another reason that I'm mentioning Game Passes and game whatever you want is that I predict that in the future there will be more and more games that will be updated to always online. Let's take, for example, Mass Effect, especially the Legendary Edition. That thing got updated to always online status for some magical reason, because someone thought it was a good idea, because imagine doing whatever you want with the game, but nah, it needs the EA Play in order to run. Isn't that? The funniest thing that I've seen is that these dudes put more effort into updating, because there's this thread that I'm gonna splash on screen that's been going on, updating every single time they tried to like bypass the game in order to make it run offline or without the launcher and stuff like that. Like, that's so hilarious to me. They're putting more effort into this than actually maybe making a new game. Imagine! Oh! EA Play. So basically, who knows, down the line in like a couple of years, when there's gonna be a specific song that they don't want to pay the license for, or that a chair placed in a room, guess what's gonna happen with the game, eh? Bye bye. And to put salt on the wounds, this something that I don't want to call them because I don't want to be like say too many swear words, that these guys are doing. Imagine the audacity, like they're making, let's take for example Star Wars, the Dark Souls bootleg one, okay? They made the game that even if you get it physical, you will still need to update forcibly if you want to play. So basically, they've made a physical game digital, because even if you have the disc in 5 years when they don't want to pay the license for Star Wars or something, you won't be able to play the disc that you have. What? The actual fuck? The game is gonna get pulled from everywhere, including your goddamn console. Because the funny thing is that I'm fighting to preserve all kinds of like entertainment, physical as well. But I don't know, I don't understand. Like, people think that it's just gaming that's like, you know, getting fucked over. But nah, fam. Sony's been at it with bullshit emails and removals of content for so long. And there's probably some people that lost hundreds, if not thousands, of movies, TV shows, so on and so forth, just because, whoopsie bro, I don't want to pay license, you cannot see it anymore, get fucked. And it's not subscriptions, it's not anything, it's content that people actually spend money on, and it's mind-blowing. You can get your fat ass out of the chair, walk to a second-hand shop, I don't fucking know, Goodwill, whatever the fuck you have in your US of A or here in Europe, I don't know. Buy yourself for like 20, 30, 40, 50 euros more movies or TV shows than you can carry. And if you still purchased something like digitally after you got something removed, mega licensing and whatever aside, another amazing thing that it's more of a nostalgia and playability factor is there's this trend that even single player games are becoming live service, if it makes sense. We've seen this with, and it touches my heart because I've spent so much time before the Tencent corporate bullshit purchases and leading factors and things have like influenced the game so much, adding so many things into a game, like for example Dying Light 2, and it's like a second time job with the events, if I call them events, because events is basically an announcement for new bundles that you can purchase, right? And the game has been adding so many features that were present in the first iteration in Dying Light 1, like for example guns and shit like that. And it's like, bro, the game has been out for how much? 1, 2, 3 years? 2 years? Something like that. And imagine yourself sitting down, putting the disc in Dying Light, like in your console of choice, and just to be presented with something that resembles a pre-alpha version of the goddamn game that's been turned on for the last time, like, I don't know, 4 years ago, 5 years ago and stuff, something like that. Because another nice thing about preservation itself is we all have some games, some movies, some things that we enjoyed or loved doing when we were kids, and then you're like, oh, a grown-ass dude, do that, whatever you want. Like, I'm gonna relive the good memories, and you put in the game, and it's just the way you remembered it. And there are so many things like you forgot, but it's still such a nice feeling to play. What are you gonna have when you're gonna put a game that's literally walk forward, bug in, glitch out, get out of the map, boom, that's it, that's the whole game, because you can't progress anymore because the game didn't have the day one patch. Isn't that amazing? Ubisoft is one of the worst contenders as a company that needs to get cancelled and deleted out of the face of the earth. How many times have we seen Assassin's Creeds being pulled off from for some reason, delisted, removed from the like the library of people and stuff like that? But then you're like, oh my god, but there's the remastered version. Let me spend them hard-earned cash again for the same game. The Last of Us. But that's a story for another episode. Like, you know, I think one of the first was Revelation or something. Yeah, Revelation, that has been pulled off. But then it got brought back, and then because they were shitting themselves, and then they removed some DLCs and online features, and there's so much to talk about them, but now we have the worst contender ever. We can like fuse the things that I've talked about now, and it's basically a single player game made live service, always online, and we have the abortion that is the crew, ladies and gentlemen. You bought it. The game is not gonna be available from, I don't know, a month or so. I didn't watch because I don't care, because fuck them. You bought it. You can still buy it, like up to a last week or something. You could still buy it full price. Servers are closing down. Shove your CD up your ass. Shove your pixels up your ass. It's gonna be bye-bye again. So many games are following down this path. It's amazing. And it's even worse because I've kind of always considered consoles to be the pillars, the juiciest way to preserve games. The simple fact that if for some reason some leaks are gonna be true and the next PS5 Pro 6 Series XS Plus 24 are gonna be without a disk drive, boy, if I know you and I'm gonna catch you by that trash, you're useless to me. Quick question, have you ever used your Xbox for some magical reason because the internet didn't work that day? Without internet, that shit becomes as bare bone as like DOS. Sony is no better, but that's the consoles themselves are another chapter of disappointment that not a lot of people are really strong enough to face in this episode, in this video. It's gonna be another video in itself, so stay tuned. And that was pretty much it. There's so many other things to talk about, but I just don't wanna, drag the video along for 40 minutes. There's so many nice people talking already in a better way about this. I'm hoping that I helped at least in the slightest bring some awareness to whatever is gonna happen to the future if we don't change something, because the future is gonna be looking grim, I'm telling you that. And imagine yourself with your credit card up your ass in like the next couple of years, like to play Tetris, because magically it's gonna get placed in a like digital form only way, and you're gonna be playing nothing, or even better, you're gonna have to pay everything for shit. So that was it. Hope you had knowledge, and see you next time. Hope you enjoyed. Have a good one. Thank you. And remember, you crying online isn't the actual review. You deciding where to spend your money is.